Welcome to the Royal P Show. I'm your host, Royal P, where I believe health is a new goal, water is life, and God is above all. I emphasize the importance of mental, physical, and spiritual well-being.
Rap, singing high.
From the dust to the throne, yeah, we rise again. Turn the pain into power. Let the healing begin. Every scar got a story. Every loss got a win. Welcome to the Royal Peace Show. Step in. Yeah, I came from the bottom, where the nights hit harder, where the cold cut deep and the heart grew smarter. Every tear I shed made the purpose larger. Now I speak for the weak, that's a real man's honor. I fought through the dark, but I kept that flame. Had to look in the mirror, had to face my shame. But the pressure in my chest started shaping my name. Royal P, forged in the fire and pain. From the dust to the throne, yeah, we rise again. Turn the pain into power. Let the healing begin. Every scar got a story. Every loss got a win. This is the Royal Peace Show. Let's begin.
Got a special guest on the show today, and we're gonna be talking about everything. All right, we're talking about the music, we're talking about the grow up, and we're talking about everything. So hopefully you stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to push this out. Show the people that like the man, right? Put it out. Come support the King of Sound. All right, come support. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Royal Peace Show. Today we are sitting down with a man whose sound has been shaking the speaker, inspired artists, a man whose beat don't just play, they speak. They call him the King of Sound, from Liberia to the global stage. Producer, artist, creator, but behind every beat, there's a story. So today we go beyond the music. So help me welcome the King of Sound. But before that, we are talking about pain, passion, purpose, and the power of music. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Royal Peace Show. The man himself, Kristofori, the King of Sound. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you.
So, how you feeling? How you feeling?
I feel good being on the show, you know.
I got you.
I feel very good.
So, thank you for being on the show, on the Royal Peace Show. It's a privilege to have you on the show. I got a few questions. We're gonna talk about everything between. I'm saying, so the fans, people that didn't know you, that want to get to know you, can know who you are, how you came about, how you started with the music. What's the passion behind the music, and everything else. All right. So before we start, you'd like to tell the audience anything?
Yeah, maybe it's just to reintroduce myself again. I'm Kristofori, the King of Sound. I'm a producer and artist, passionate about music and want to see my music, go global. Yeah, that's the goal.
Got you, got you. That's a great goal. That's a great goal. Appreciate that. So who is Kristofori before the title King of Sound? Who are you before the title King of Sound?
So what?
So who is Kristofori before the title King of Sound?
Like actually, I say I am the one. Yeah, I'm the Kristofori. I'm an
Right. So
artist and also
I got you. I got you. So tell us about your childhood growing up in life. Tell me about your childhood growing up. How was it like?
it's been tough because coming from a very broken family, it's not something easy. I'm not trying to pursue my career and the support isn't there. But with the resilience in me, I believe that I can still succeed in what I have desire for.
That's what's up. So what kind of environment shaped you? What kind of environment molded you to be a producer of music, a musician? What kind of environment you grew up in that make you want to get out of that stagnant and be the person you are today?
My environment, the environment I grew up in, is actually a slow environment, I would say. Like I just told you, I'm from a broken family where we have not really been opportune to have access to stuff we really want to have. But there's something that I know about life. If you have a goal, you don't always have to wait for people to come and start supporting you. You have to start it for yourself. And if they find interest in what you're doing, then I believe they can be able to help you. So this is the belief that I have. In pursuing this career that I'm on. And I believe that one day we'll be able to connect with the right people that will see that we are meant for this and to support it for both party benefit.
I got you. I got you. So what tribe are you from in Liberia? What tribe are you part of?
Yeah, yeah, I'm from Nimba County. Nimba.
Okay, okay. Name my county in the house. I see you. All right. So
Yeah.
when when did you first realize music was your language?
At a very young age, because growing up in the interior, I saw the old people getting together to work for one another, and in doing that, they used to have songs while they work. So I used to admire that aspect where the people will be working together and singing a traditional song. I just found myself liking music that way. That it wasn't like I have somebody in my family that is a musician or something like that. It hasn't been like that. It is something that I just grew up and see myself liking. Yeah, I don't see it like I have somebody in my family that is a musician that I got my inspiration from. I just started liking music from a very young age at that time. That's where I first started creating a passion for music
Okay,
at a very
okay,
young age.
okay. So do you remember the first beat you ever made?
Yeah, I would say yes, because the first beat I ever made was actually on cell phone, because that's where I started my music production stuff from. And I was actually using an Android application called Growth Mixer, which is from the Play Store of the Android. And that's where I started making my beat. So the first beat I made was just sounding so nice in my ear, and I just had it all in my ear, passing all over the place, and I was excited about what I did. Though making beat has not really been my passion, but what drives me to start making beat was I feel like if I'm also able to create for myself, I'll be able to explore more. I will have the time to be able to do more of my own music. Yeah, so that's how I decided to done with that. So the music is within everything that is within your goal. It's just a matter of time for you to be able to connect with the right energy and start doing it.
Most
Yeah, so
definitely,
I
most
believe this
definitely,
aspect has been it.
most definitely, most definitely. So I know you said that nobody in your family was a musician, and people was, but was it one person that inspired you to do music, and who came out with the name King of Sound?
No, I myself decided on name after I realized that I got music and I intended to do music. Then I start to like, have the inspiration that I can be able to create my own sounds. That's when I decided to like call myself. I first started with TJ because my full name from birth, let's say from parents' side, the name that I'm called biologically is Steven Jackson. So when I started first, I started calling myself TJ as a beat maker or an artist. But when I grew, I realized I had to change my name. So I got inspired by this Italian instrument maker. He's called Bartolomeo Kristofori. So I took his name. His name actually is spelled with CHII, but trying to look different in my spelling, I use K. And then I use arrow R to the end there. That's how I got a Kristofori. And then the King of Sound name was actually developed from the same name, Kristofori. That is my own inspiration. Looking at Kristofori to be somebody who developed piano and instrument maker. And from the piano, you can get whatsoever instrument you are looking for. For example, if you get guitar there, you can get strings. You can also get piano from it, which is the name. You can get orchestra. So that's how I decided to call myself the King of Sound. And believe it or not, I can be able to make any kind of beat that people will be able to vibe to around here. I just need to hear what the people are doing, and I can be able to be creative in my own way to make it look attractive to the people who will be listening to us doing it.
Most definitely, most definitely, most definitely. That is powerful. That is powerful. So, what moment made you realize your gift was bigger than just music?
When I realized,
Yeah, what moment in your life that that you realize that what my gift as making music and singing and rapping is bigger than just the music game. When did you realize that it's bigger? I know you said your passion was to make your own music, not ready to make beat. Right? But when you start making beat, what was that moment that hit you? Say, no, I can do all these things while doing my music at the same time.
yeah, it was somewhat around 2017. Because like I started making beats. But when I realized, people started to say, but you good with making beats, so why you can just focus on the aspect and and be improving it. But somewhere around 2017, that's when I realized I had something just beyond being an artist.
Most definitely, most definitely. Okay. So when you create a beat, what do you see first?
Every time I create a beat, I see different stories because I'm not limiting myself or trying to be like a guy who is known for a special type of beat. So when I sit behind the computer, try to explore, get new ideas. I'm not really a same type of guy because I believe even I here can do the thing. So I believe that it's good to follow the trend, but it's also going to take me to the top because I believe I can be able to create some of the trends. So I'm not always with everything people do. So I like to go for new stuff. I like to create my own thing, be creative.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. So how can you describe your signature sound? How can you describe your signature sound?
My signature sound, I would describe it as a versatile type of sound because you can like find anything that anybody is doing around here. Like I just said previously, it's a versatile type of music. Let's say versatile type of sound. It's not limited. It's something that I believe anybody from around the world can be able to easily hear and find themselves. I'm not trying to make beat or make music as just one way thing. Today you'll find me, maybe I better sing it here Mandingo Isai, not because I'm a Mandingo man, but because I believe I'm not just making music for a certain group of people, but it's for a wide variety of people. So you will find me into different genre of music. Yeah, I'm not limiting it. I just want to be the music.
Most definitely, most definitely, most definitely. So are you have you ever listened to Dr. Drake?
Yeah. Listen to Dr. Drake. These are some of my inspirations. I would say inspirator. That's a great producer.
Okay. So, so do beat come from life experience or imagination?
You said what?
Does it come from life from your life experience or does it come from imagination?
I like the beat itself. I would say it's an inspiration because before I create a beat, I will believe exactly what I'm about to create. I don't just go like just to the computer with just okay, let me just go make anything. For example, if I say I'm going to make a trap beat, you are actually going to hear the trap signature in that sound. If I say I'm going for a Berman beat, you are definitely going to hear Berman type of texture in that beat. So it's an inspiration. It's something that I plan to do. And when I do it, those who know what it is will recognize it.
Okay, yeah, okay. That's actually makes sense. So what's your creative process when you're building the track? Like,
My creative process,
yeah, when you're creating the track, what's your creative process?
first, sometimes I usually start with melodies. Sometimes I start with drums. It's different like that. Sometimes we keep it, in a kind of different mode. Sometimes we start with drums. Sometimes I start with drums. Sometimes I start with melodies based on what I'm creating. The growth that comes first in my head, that's why I kind of like I attack, and when I conquer that, and I move to the next one. For example, if the drum is the one hitting high in my head, then I start with the growth. If if it's actually the melody that is calling me to the sound, then I start with that. Then the other things follow. Because there's something that always drive it. If I say I want to create maybe a hip hop beat, maybe there's this drum loop in my head, or maybe a melody, maybe a lo-fi type of you know West Coast sound in my head, and I establish that. Then the rest will follow. Because the most important thing is about starting. Once you start, you see the rest will follow.
Most definitely, most definitely. So on a typical day, how long does it take you to create a beat that feel right?
Full beat, like if it is just making a beat, sometimes it will take me like maybe 40 minutes to make the whole beat. But if it is actually like maybe processing the whole beat for it to sound like maybe industry ready or for artists to really feel the kind of growth where I prepared it and make the master, it something like it takes me like 3 to 5 hours to do that.
Oh wow, that's some time.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time. It's actually a heavy work. But it's from passion that we're doing this. So we are willing, and we there's something that I know. There's a bright future. So when you have a goal and you believe you can see beyond that, you can see the vision. It always drive you no matter what kind of state you're in. It does not matter the state. You first see the vision. I'm not looking at my present condition. There's something in my head that tell me I'm bigger than what I am now. So it keeps me in the loop to continue the process, to see that vision that no one else sees. Even the people see me, they just see maybe a young man that just does not have anything to do. They just have computer and moving from place to place. But this is a goal-oriented person. And to be successful, it takes time, and then you have to be consistent with plans too. It's not just about doing random stuff. Today you want to do that, you want to do that. No, focus, and that's what I'm on. With God, I believe we are gonna get it.
Most definitely, most definitely. So tell me, what makes a beat legendary instead of just good?
What makes it a be what?
Legendary instead of good.
What makes a beat legendary is your ability to do the unusual. That's what I see. Your ability to do the unusual. Because if everybody creating on piano just the same style in the same realm, it's just an ordinary stuff. But if you create the Amon piano in a way that maybe it holds all the germs, but it still fit within that tempo, I believe that's a legendary sound. And sometimes the melodies you create to has impact to make the beat legendary. You don't need a lot of stuff. It's about soul driven type of sound. You make beat, not just making beat to make noise, but every time you make the beat and play it to anybody in the world, let the person be able to know that this person is an let's say it's a music-oriented person, they not even though they might not have the skill to be able to play musical instrument physically, but within them is a set of music. It's a band that is going on within them. So when you see the construction of the music, the way the beat was made, you understand this guy is actually on top of what he's doing. So it set you apart. That's why I say I'm not just a trend type of guy, because trend is good, but sometimes it takes you from your purpose. For example, I believe that I'm not just a one-way type of beat maker. Since I discovered that I can make beat, I don't limit it to say, okay, he's known for maybe this. And I realized every beat I ever imagined to make is something that just, it tells another story. If somebody who is inclined musically listen to that beat, it's going to give them that kind of vibe that when they bring to the table, it's going to help.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's actually that's what separates you from a lot of different producer. Uh,
Yeah.
like the passion and the time and the effort that you put into the beat. It's not just I'm gonna just make a beat because I want to make a beat. It's I want to make a beat that gonna last for generations. I mean, even when I'm not here, that people can listen to, people can jam to, people can dance to, or just vibe to in the car or whatever it is. So that's actually good. So
Yeah.
what does it mean to represent Liberia through music?
What does it mean to represent? I would say it's about being you in a unique way and always keeping the Liberian signature, which is the colloqua in your music, because that's what we are known for. If you cannot really speak colloqua, like for example, I know some artists that I've worked with, and I try to educate them while I work with them, because I don't just want them to just some of them are into the music without direction, or they got passion for it, but then they don't know how to go about doing it. So I always make people to understand we are Liberians. We were born here. The fact that you can admire what somebody do from outside, when you do your stuff, let somebody see that you are representing your country. Because that's where you're from. I don't want to make music and somebody think it's a Nigerian music. I want my music to tell the listener that this is a Liberian music. This is, I don't want you to be confused like, oh, what type of music is it, a Nigerian Liberian? I know it's good to copy people because there's nothing new in this world. Plagiarizing is something that is all over the world now. But then in doing it, you should be very smart so that you keep your own type of image in what you're doing, because you don't want to carry other people's image. God gave us life to be us. So if I want to be you, who else will be me? You understand? Yeah.
Most definitely. Most definitely. I got you. Yeah. 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 So you feel like, because I do hear some Liberian artists, and the sound does sound like that. When it's start, when the beat start, it does sound like a Nigerian song until you hear them singing. Like, oh, that's a Liberian person singing. So you want to kind of like, when I make my beat, when I make my sound, I want them to know that this is from Liberia, not from nowhere else.
Yeah.
Okay. So how important is it for Africans producer to control their own sound?
You say again?
How is it important for African producer to control their own sound?
It's about having orders in place now. For example, I would say Nigeria is one of the countries that has actually stayed tall in the music industry in Africa here. So they have system in place where they have producers that have maybe lawyers, and they have register of copyright and all of that. So it helped them to be able to control and protect their sounds. For example, the royalties of their sound, it comes every time. Maybe with that song is being streamed, it keep them in a loop of understanding that this is my song, this is my sound. Example, people have tax on music now, and there's something that tell you this is my sound. I think it's the way to control it. Even if somebody was to be inspired by your sound and they do it, the person will still know this person was kind of like maybe trying to copy this person. So I believe it's something that help you to protect your sound, your tag, and your ability to go through the right channel to be able to protect your audio or maybe your projects.
So I know you said what make Libro's music different is Kolokwa, but what else make Libro music unique compared to other music besides Kolokwa? What do you think?
What makes it unique? It's it's different country. I would say we are in a different country, and that's one thing that we are in Liberia. We are not in Ghana. So if you hear my music, there's something that tell you it's a Liberian music. Maybe the realm, even though now in the world everybody want to go international, and we all admire that. You can't stay static. You have to develop. You have to upgrade. But Liberians have their own sound too, called the Burma sound, which I believe it's only Liberians that actually create that kind of sound. It's kind of unique. Like the new sounds, the new generation, they have this genre that come from the drill type of bounce, where you find people like Lil Mo, and along with another producer they called TQ, they brought that sound. Is very amazing. It's a drill type of music, but they try to bring it in a Burma style. That's a real, I would say, drill Burma. So that's a Liberian thing. If you hear, you know exactly this sound is a Liberian sound, and the way people sing on it, you will know exactly it's a Liberian thing,
So you
which
got
I
it.
actually enjoy.
So you said it be my
Yeah. Where my songs.
song. Okay.
It's the
Kolokwa,
song most of the tribal people sing. It's not the English type of music. It's how they to find people singing English Burma song, because Burma I think is a tribal thing. I would say you find most of the dialect in Liberia in that area, and most of the tribes. I see them doing it. I admire the Basel people from it. They are actually like the backbone to the Burma music in Liberia, I would say, because every time you hear the texture of their Burma music, it just sounds so original
yeah,
and very
most
unique. Like you see African Soldier when he made that song, that my era of that song actually resonated. When all over Africa, BBC played the song, Nigerians, people dance to it, Sierra Leoneans. So it's a unique sound that you can't just copy easily. It's Liberian that are known for that kind of sound.
definitely. Yeah. The Battle do know how to mix it now. They know how to put that, especially what's my boy Sonny guy, I think his name. Yeah, Sonny guy. He loved that. So, what's some
Yeah,
challenges
yeah,
to
yeah.
Liberian artists facing the global music industry?
Challenges.
Yeah, that Liberian artists are facing the global music industry.
One of the challenges, let's say some of the challenges that I see is people are not educated about the internet. That's one of the wild challenges, because we are not in those days where people were running around with cassette and CDs. So nowadays, people minds are not real. Let's say the artists, majority of the upcoming artists are not putting time into learning the internet, because that's where the music goes from the studio. People not too worried about radio station promotion anymore like that. You have platforms, social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. You have audio max. So the music is actually an internet thing now. So the challenges I see there is many of the artists don't have knowledge about the internet, and that's one of the things I think many of us upcoming people should be able to spend most of our time on learning. Is the online presence of our music, how to control the internet for yourself. If somebody who was doing it for you maybe felt like they can't do it anymore, yourself should be able to understand what you're doing. You should be educated about it. That's one of the challenges I see. And another challenge I see there is the support aspect of it. Sometimes some people they will support the wrong group, and then when they meet the right group, they're not too sure that the person will do well, because the first person already made them feel like we can't continue this thing is not gonna work. And then they see somebody who says it can work. But from their past experience now, they don't want to trust and invest in any youth, because they believe that maybe they wasted their first money on that person and they did not get the kind of result they wanted. So it scares people from trying to invest or manage artists. So you see some of that sometimes I can be like confused. I see some artists on Facebook, they be like begging people to manage them. I think it should be from your work that will make the person see your ability and see that okay, we can do business, because music is not something that you go beg somebody to be your manager. I don't think it's supposed to be that way. Your work should be able to prove to the person that yes, I can invest my money, and music are business. Nobody want to do business and loss. So that's some of the challenges that I see.
So pretty much say, let your work speak for you. Let your work say, "Hey, I want to work with you. I see something in you. I heard your sound. I
Yeah.
like your sound. I see your work ethic. I can work with you instead of, hey man, can my music here? Can you support me? Can you be my manager?" Type of deal. Uh,
So
most definitely.
it's good to actually sometimes, but what I'm saying is people should be able to convince the people who want to put their money behind them. You understand? It shouldn't just be about just trying to have people to manage you, but at least let the people see that, okay, if I put my money behind this young girl or this young boy, we can be able to make profit in the future. You should give them that assurance by your action. I know you might not have the support, but you have something that you already started with. So what you started with should be able to convince the person to make them understand that, okay, yes, I can be able to invest in you. But it shouldn't be that you forcing yourself on the person when you don't have anything to convince them to, yeah, that it's business. Nobody just want to just waste their money on you like that. There are people in the money in the world that have money, and there are people, poor people still, yeah. But then maybe your action will make that man who has the money to be able to give his money to you. Like Elon Musk has most of the money in the world, but there are poor people still, yeah. He chooses which one of the country to be able to give his money to, maybe based on their performance. Yeah, you say, okay, I can be able to help them. I see them doing well in this area as a money man. I can be able to give them so. But just go beg people and then you don't have anything for yourself. I don't really see it make sense. It sell you less to the person. It make people to deep value you when you carry yourself like that. That's how I see it. Sometimes it's not pride, it's just try it's a normal thing. People will help you when they see you on a trajectory of winning. That's how it is. That's the principle of the word. Yeah. It's easier for people to follow your Facebook or your artist page when they see reason to follow. Now you be passing, telling everybody to follow you when they go there, they didn't see anything correct. You're almost looking at you just have a lot of followers that are not active. Understand? There should be something they can follow you for.
Okay, yeah, most definitely, most definitely. So if the word we hear one labyrinth sound today, what would it be?
If the world was supposed to hear a labyrinth sound,
So if the word we hear one labyrinth sound today, what do you think would be?
you mean the genre of the music or what?
Like any music, any style of labyrinth music. If the word to say, no, what we're gonna pick one of labyrinth music for the word to hear today that will amplify
I
that
was
sense of music.
Afro everybody doing now. So I would say if they were to hear labyrinth music, they will hear it from an Afro beat. Yeah, because we doing Afro beat, yeah. Everything is Afro beat. Everything from Africa is Afro beat. Whether it's actually an EDM melody on an Afro beat, it's still Afro beat. Yeah.
What make that Afro be? What make like you said something earlier that when anybody hear labyrinth music, they can
You say
distinguish
what?
between the Nigerian, the Ghanaian, and the Sierra Leone music from the labyrinth music. So if the world was to hear one labyrinth music right now from with the Afro beat, what do you think it will be?
It will be from the absence. I would say, yeah, what we speak. An original Liberian music should be sung in Liberian, ain't no kind of sound. I would say your voice, the colloquial. That's what it will be able to identify by. Because if maybe VOA, people trying to play music from Liberia, they usually play our colloquial type of sounds. They don't go for the standard type of music, I would say, because they want people to know this music is from Liberia. This is how Liberians sing. Like I said, things have change. People are now in our old style, maybe the one way of thinking. There are a lot of youth that are coming in very versatile that want to see Liberian on the global stage. Like Jay-Z did. A lot of young, talented people that have the energy to be able to take Liberian music to the stage. But the only thing that somebody will be able to understand that this is a Liberian music is through the Liberian pigeon. Yeah, because I was it's a good thing for people to be creative, but then it shouldn't always be like when they hear music you from Liberia and they hear music, it sound like a Ghanaian or maybe a Nigerian music. I really think I don't feel comfortable with that aspect, but I'm not telling anybody to change what they're doing. Maybe in your own direction you can bring the change. but at least from the colloquial, people should be able to know.
Okay, okay. All right, so let's go to the mind of the creator. So, what do people understand about music producer? What do you think people understand about music producer?
From my experience, because I have like been there, even though I would say I'm not a well-known producer and I'm not to that professional level because I don't have everything it takes to be a producer. Like most time I tell people I'm not a producer, but the way people see producer, they see producer as maybe god of music, somebody who can just make the music sound the way they think it. Somebody can't sing trash, they expect it to sound beautiful. You understand? They say the man know he work. He know he work. Now the thing is, they don't even properly bring something good to the table, and they expect. I say they take you to be the god of music in a sense, because they will just sing anything and expect you to make it sound nice. If you make it sound nice, they say the guy can work, or maybe you not know it work. Sometimes they force out from the artist, but majority of the artists, that's how they see producer. Somebody who's supposed to make their music sound nice.
Yeah, most definitely. So, what sacrifice have you made chasing your dream?
There are a lot of sacrifices. After I realized that, okay, I used to go to people's studio back then, me and my guys. Imagine back then when B Master or Rollo, people then used to be doing the production. Yeah, we had AAs. We used to go to those guys to do our music. But then we are not having money. Let's say my one can sponsor the project. So we have to be like sometimes five on a track. Yeah, so then we go to the studio and pay. Then during the time there was no LEC now. So you have to be buying gas anytime you go to the studio. And then the person who has phone to get a music, you're not living around here, the guy get a music, you gotta go to you to listen to it and all of that. So that was the challenging aspect. I look at everything, I said, but I think I can be doing my own thing. As a little boy, and I just grew up with that mind, and I say I could be doing my own thing. And luckily, during that time, my aunt, I said my aunt, she bought me 4G phone. That's where I started doing my, practice. As I used to do my little stuff, they used to sound so amazing in my ear. I'm so much excited, feeling that I've already arrived. But now that was just the beginning of the up to now. We still have the dream and pushing.
Most definitely, most definitely. So, in your whole music and beat career, have you ever doubted yourself?
Yeah, sometimes it happen in life. You have to, feel like that because there is something about life. Doubt is a part of life. It's something that I can say almost all human beings will have. You can believe in something, then sometime in your dark room where you will cry and pet yourself, you will feel like, is this going to work? I felt like that sometimes back, but for now, my confidence is something that is very strong. I might not appear like the kind of person people talking about, whatever, but I believe I got what it takes to get my music out there. I got the ability, the confidence. I have it. I doubted myself before, but now I don't doubt it anymore. The only thing I intend to do is have a plan, get time to start it, and I know people will come to support it. I know what where you're supposed to be before people come. Now everybody get the same grace. Some people soon they do something today, everybody will come. Other people will struggle and will look like you're not even working anymore. But you have to be there and be patient and be consistent.
Yeah, 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 yeah. LIB, Labros network. It's freezing now. It's freezing now. So we're gonna get him back in a minute. Get him back in a minute. Uh, but you hear from him. He's one of upcoming producer. He can sing as well. He's not just a beat maker. Like he said, he started his music career as a singer, as a rapper, and then got the beat and start making the beat. So uh, he's more than just that. So, but we're gonna keep on going. So I got you. So what keep you going when things get very difficult? What keep you going when things get hard and
It's
difficult?
God. It's God. One thing I believe is God. And you understand? Sometimes I can really feel like I don't have to, especially most of the people that I'm surrounded by, they will be the one like sometimes making me weak because what they bring at times now I want to hear. But I'm a very patient guy. Like one of the things I believe in God for. It can take me time, long time to be able to get over some stuff. But when I feel like it's very rough, that I feel like it's not going to work. The only thing I know I have is a confidence, and it's God that gave me that. The fact I can wake up every day to see myself, it gives me hope that if I remain consistent, there will be a change in the future. I don't really know the mean day, but consistency will actually bring that.
Okay, okay, okay. So this question, I think you probably asked me the question before, but what separate a great producer from an average one? What do you think?
Uh, what separates a great producer from the average one is one, your knowledge. The person knowledge about music production is something that set them apart. Because there's a difference when somebody know how to do something, the way they approach it, and when somebody don't know how to do it, but they love it and they want to get it sounding like maybe the pros. So the pros, one of the things that set them apart is their knowledge. They are rich in knowledge. That's one, which is very key. And then the second part is they are rich in equipment. They have what it takes to get the music sounding. They have all the gears. Yeah, these are the things that set them apart. The knowledge and the gear, that's one.
Yeah,
You see somebody who has a whole studio, maybe an amateur producer, the person has everything, but the knowledge is not there. So the music is not sounding the music because they just don't know how to get it sounding the way they want it. They know how it's sounding, but the process, they don't have the knowledge. Knowledge is what takes you there. For example, if you don't know how to cut through a rap vocal and a singing vocal, or maybe a female and a male vocal, it become a challenge for you. Maybe if you maybe used to a one way of doing things, you don't want to experience, you don't want experiment to see because you just don't have the knowledge. You just want to mix song almost in the same pattern. The way people will mix reggae music is different from trap. The American music has a lot of low end. The hip hop low end is different from maybe a normal gospel music, a praise type of music. So if you hold each music, maybe you are a mixing and mastering producer. If we send you that, if you listen to it, you know exactly what are the first steps you need to take in what the music is telling you to do.
okay, okay. So what advice will you give a young kid in Labra trying to make a beat in his bedroom?
The advice I would give them is they should continue. If they believe they can be a producer, let it continue in what they're doing and be willing to be able to get around people who have the knowledge because that's something that suffered me a lot. I did not have anybody to tell me, say, okay, do this, do that. So most of my stuff was actually learned through pain and we got around people, but there's some people know something they don't want to teach people it. Not everybody have that, that mind to be able to open up to people with their education. And if you don't have maybe money to be able to pay them, then it become a challenge for you. And one of the best way now the world is not the way it used to be, where if people want to do assignment, they have to go look for books all over the place. We have the internet, like I said, it's one of the strengths of how to get these things, going right. Your ability to use the internet can be able to teach you now. People have AI stuff all over the place. They have things like chat book that can communicate with you and make you feel like this. You're actually talking to a person. So if you ask maybe how to do this, they will give you a start. What they are going to give you is not 100% accurate because it's something that somebody has done before. I believe the whole AI system is most time people think it's God. It's actually me. The answer AI will give when we ask is what people have posted online. So the AI will go there and check and see which one is actually accurate to what you're asking for. Then when they bring it to you yourself, you should be able to scrutinize the information and see how you can better get it best sounding to the way you want it, not to keep it like a principle thing. Okay, set your key around 10 dB, and then you always do all the key around 10 dB. Some sound have different waveform and vibration. So you will not keep that one way of doing thing all the time, then you will not improve. So you study to improve, to show yourself approved. Like you can be able to sit in any space that maybe it's a quality studio, you still do your stuff. The truth is everybody don't have the same kind of output, but the result is music. And everywhere people hear it, they should know this is music.
That's good advice. Good advice. So, kids, keep making your music, keep making your beat, and if you need advice, if you need a mentor, King of Sound is right here to guide you to the way. I mean, see, always for me, it's always a gratitude to to help somebody else and see somebody else smile. That's kind of put a smile on my face as well. And that saying always stick with me. I think was Denzel that says this: don't inspire to make a living, but inspire to make a difference. Because if you inspire to make a difference, eventually the living part will come to it. So you have to perfect your craft before you think about making money from your craft. Because if you don't perfect your craft, you don't perfect it, and you try to make money from it, you're just gonna be all about the money, not really putting the energy, the time, and effort in it to really make that beat the way it's supposed to be. So the word you can read it, because when you're a great producer, you don't have to go to nobody. They're gonna come to you, right? They're gonna come to you now to produce, and they're gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna pay you this without you even saying anything. So I feel that's a great way, and that's a great advice. I appreciate that. To all the young kids who are gonna watch this, watching this, listen, keep doing what you're doing, be consistent, and keep working hard. So, is it harder to create music for yourself or for other artists?
So what?
Is it harder to create music for yourself?
No, it's not a hard thing in a sense to create music for myself or for people, but it depends the person who's doing the music with me. For example, not everybody have the same standard or maybe same intuition about stuff. My level of understanding about music is not the artist level of understanding. So maybe they've been used to some kind of way of doing stuff that is not just right. So when it comes to me, they just expect me to flow with their kind of set pattern they've been having from wherever they came from with their craft. And I have my own system. So I try to like explain to the person. I don't just want somebody to just make music. Because for me, I'm being affected to make music in a way that it can be able to touch people. Any song I sing, I believe somebody should be able to find reason that this is something that is worth listening to. So the same kind of behavior that I have, I try to like advise people that come to me. For example, if you come to me with a music and you sing certain part, I want to know whether you really explain, you understand what you're trying to say there. So I can ask the person, you understand what you're saying here? Can you explain that to me? These are some of the things I can do, and most of them don't like it. They just want the music to just be recorded. So later on, when I'm working, it become a challenge. I'm working with somebody who just has maybe a fixed thinking that is not just right. But I'm trying to educate them that this way of making music, when I make you together, if you want to do this thing as a business, it should be able to fascinate the listener. That's one of the goals. You don't just want to play your music to people and it just be like just an ordinary sound. Okay, yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, you can be able to just continue. That encouragement from the person make you feel that the person wants to be a part of this journey. You understand? Yeah, every time you play to somebody, it should make the person to feel like, I can join with you in this. I can support you.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely, most definitely. That's it should be like it should be that way as well, but it's usually not that way. Like you said, people just want to record themselves, uh, just want to put that music out there, and not really caring about what's the mean and having people figure it out pretty much. You figure what I'm trying to say, but I'm just trying to make some music right now. I'm trying to get out there. I'm trying to be the hottest thing on the block right now with some words that I don't even know the meaning of, uh, which is good. And that's a good advice you give as well to the young kids that's growing up, to be very patient, consistent, and very be knowledgeable about what kind of music they're making. I feel even though we have our colloquial style, have our Afro beat, but we have to be diverse. And anybody can kind of, when you make that beat, you still got that Afro flavor. And anybody can come on it and spit on it. Anybody can come on and sing on it, and it still fit and still move. You don't have to change it too much to fit the other person's style. You see what I'm saying? So I like that. I like that. Uh, so you still there? All right. So it's network little acting up again. When he come back, gonna continue. But go ahead and drop your comment. Let me know what you think so far about the interview. Let me know what you feel about King of Sound. Let me know if he's speaking some jams, or if you really believe what he's saying, if he believed what he was saying himself. Uh, Let me know if you're an artist. Would you like to work with somebody like that? Let me know the things that he's saying. If it's realistic, if it's thing that he's saying, that is it actually it's more the attribute to be a great producer. The one producer I know. I mean, it's a lot of different producer, but Dr. Dre's come to everybody's mind. When he make his beat, when he drop it, he make beats for for 50 cents and one of the biggest artists, M and stuff like that. So go ahead and drop in the comment section and let me know what you think about the interview so far. Let me know what you think about King of Sound. Uh, Let me know what everything he's saying. If can if our Liberian people was introducing that, was really using that, well, how far you think our music would go now than what it is? Because I think we speak we listen to more different music, because a lot of times our music doesn't sound right to our ears unless you're in Liberia and you want to jam to that. But now I feel our music is international based now. And we still got more work to do, but I feel people like him with his intellect, when he have the right equipment and he have the right support, I feel he can make a good beat that we all can jam to, that we all can listen to, that everybody in the world that can start listening to. I mean, as we has really danced to different music, the P square of the word, we have danced a lot of different songs. And me, being a little DJ here and there, and I really didn't much play Liberian songs as well, because it's just, if I would play, it would be like the data one. Son of God, or the cell phone man, the old guys, the old songs, that have the little meaning. My pocket boy, that have some kind of substance to it that I really want to listen to. But the new ones are coming out, I really didn't care much about it. So when I'm on that table spinning some records, like Brent song was at least on my mind. So but now that I think it's have changed. My ears now have changed. I got adjusted to really listen to the new artists that's coming out. And even though some of them still sounding like a Nigerian song, when you listen to it, you have to later know the artist, like, oh, that's a Liberian song. It sound good, but they having too much of Nigerian influence and certain influence and the Ghanaian influence in our music, that kind of making it sound like their music instead of uh, elaborate music, elaborate sound that we should all be proud of. We all should be proud of where we came from, where we come from, and not forget where we come from, the struggles and our music. And for me, when I listen to music, I listen to the words behind the music. I like the beat, yeah, but I listen to the music like to make some meaning. That's why when I listen to music, I listen to diverse music, but except hard rock. You're not gonna catch me listening to no hard rock because I ain't got nobody yet in my ear. But I love me some country music too because of the story behind the music. When I listen to music, I like the story behind the music. So that's why when I got 80 and Don making song, like, all right, what's the story behind the music? Why are you making the music? That's why I started and try to interview these artists and producers and see what's the mindset are at when it when they're making this music, when they're writing this music, when they know how to get that inspiration and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why now I love to interview different people, especially from one in Liberia, just to kind of see what's that mind is. It's gonna so that people can understand the music more and see where do you take the sound from. How did you came up with I think he got one song called "What's Concerning You." I think somebody had made a song like that before, but in a different way. But he said, "What concern you? If I have one pan song, what concern? If I eat my dry right, what's concerning you?" You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying it right, but he's in the colloquial way. It sounds much better than the way I'm saying it. But I think that's what it is. We just have uh, to be unique in our way. And if you're out there and you feel you love the library music and you want to support them, you know what I'm saying? Find the good ones that you want to support. Don't just support because you want to support and then feel discouraged. They'll say, "Oh, I spent my money, I spent my time, and I didn't get nothing out of it." So if you really want to support, make sure you take your time, make sure you listen, make sure you see that work ethic as well. See how much they want it. You cannot want it more than they want it. That's a problem. If you want something more than they want it, that's a problem. So when you gonna support anybody in Liberia or support any artist, you you make sure that they want the blow, they want that music to go, they want that music to speak, uh, then you want it to. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I came up with this platform. I came up with a platform for many things, but now I start interviewing to really see how intellect these artists is, the producer are. So uh, he's back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I know your network, the networking. Oh, it's going again. That's like, bro. That's like, bro, for you. Uh, but so yeah, like I was saying, you have to make sure that uh, we don't just support because we want to support. We support, the right people, uh, and put the right people out there so our music can be international. Our music can come out to the world and everybody can love it outside of Liberia. I think not just in Liberia, but outside of Liberia as well. You feel what I'm saying? So outside Liberia, uh, as much as in Liberia. 'Cause, we go Liberia, we jamming to it all day, every day. I'm saying, but when you get outside Liberia and you still jam to it. So that's the goal. Right now, I pray we keep on going. They keep on working, and whoever out there want to support, just pick the good one and support them. They need equipment, they need the finance, and make sure that that work ethic matches your finance you're giving. Because if somebody that's lazy, that ready to write, that just want to put music out because they want to put music out and be an artist and walk around acting like a low celebrity, then you're fooling yourself. So, all right. So, all right. So
I
we're
had
gonna
some trouble.
I feel you. I already know. I already know. So we're gonna continue. So what artists would you love to produce one day? What kind of artist? What kind of artist would you love to produce one day? Dead, alive.
You mean a big artist, global star?
Any artist. What artist would you love to produce for one day? It could be big or
Just
not.
good. I mean, good artists, somebody that understand what they doing, and they're not just doing it just for fun, but they're doing
Okay.
it to connect with the world.
So how about what you think about DC, CIC, J Boy the Prophet? Do you think some of those could be a good potential people to produce for?
Yeah, they're all good artists. Like I was actually once asked a question by Teddy Rap manager. I think the guy called DJ Young. He was like, "Which artist in like bro is your favorite?" So I was like, "I don't have a favorite artist in Liberia because I'm a fan of Liberian music. So I don't have favorite artists." What happened there is anybody that do good song, I'm into downloading almost everybody's song that is good. It's not like, oh, this person is my favorite artist. No, I'm a fan of Liberian music. Once it's good, we go for you. There's this new guy that came with his music, kind of unique. He get an Omari type of tune, but he's still doing a colloquia in it. It's called I know Roga the Raka, something like that. He's kind of good. So it's not about a fan type of person. We go for what is good. That's how I do it. I download good Liberian music because I want to feel inspired. I don't have to know the person. Once I know the music is good, I download it, and what it does, it inspires me to do more too.
Got you, most definitely, most definitely. So what is the craziest moment you have had in the studio?
In the studio,
Yeah, what one of the craziest moment you had in the studio before?
some of the craziest moment is the lack of understanding state, where people think you know it already, and then they bring a project to you, and then you fighting with it for it to come out the way you need it. You're not just getting it, and you know what I'm saying. You don't have, like I say, I don't really have people like maybe a big brother. I like to get around because through getting around, we can be able to be educating ourselves. People get ideas from us, and we also get ideas from people because that's how it is on this side with most of the people that got love for making beat or maybe producing music. There's not really a set school that I've seen, but we get ideas from one another, and then from YouTube too, we go there. So
Yeah,
that has been one of my craziest moment where people feel like, yeah, that's it. But then we're making the music and not sounding the way the person needs it. I have the sounds, but then at the time balancing the music was a struggle. So
yeah,
these have
but
been my crazy
YouTube
moments.
University. So what is the most powerful song you have ever created? What is one of the powerful songs you ever created in your opinion?
Mm, you talking about my own personal music or somebody's music?
Usually regardless, what is one of the powerful songs as you produce ever?
I
It could be
have a lot of
yours.
songs and they all sounded great in a sense. Because the thing is, me and my production, sometimes another week I'll be having song that I really like, and then I'll produce something more than that. So that when it's almost like on a countdown, it's just random. Somebody would type in another person like that. But I can't like all my sounds, whatever it is. Once I put my energy into it, I like it. Yeah, for my personal songs, I have songs that I'm believing God for that maybe I promote it well and get the right connection. I can be able to get in the space of maybe a new artist. But sometimes we can get expectation and then we can't meet it sometimes. So
Right, right. So
I just it's not, I got songs that if I promote well, it might become a hit or a play song. My own personal music now. But I've done a lot of songs, back then we just did it for love. Because after I get more connected with the production thing, I forget about the artist side of me. I was just so much like focusing and enjoying it, doing it free for people. And then through the pins, people come, you get small equipment, they come, they use you, they get their song, stuff blow up, everybody lay back. So it's just not easy, but we've been there, man.
so
We
what's
stay
what
there.
what beat changed your life? Do you think?
What beat my life?
Hmm.
And now beat has not really changed my life because my beat has not gone to a place where maybe somebody saw the beat and say, okay, I will give you maybe 500 plus or 400. And the biggest money that I've received for production, and it was not for my one because we were a team. I created the music and my guys sing on the beat. was $350 US, and we were 5 person on our project. And who we did the music for, Johnny Quay. And we were not asked by Johnny Quay to do the music, but we just thought out, okay, we can do something during the time he was trying to put himself in the politics. I mean, we did, and hopefully God made it that we went through, and our song was actually the outstanding song from Monrovia. So I wanted giving courage to know that I actually have kind of vibe. That was my music, but the way I did it had something like trap drill. I just mixed the flow, keep it like everybody could find themselves in the young guys, older woman, one music where it has a lot of people to fit around. It was a campaign music. I can remember the tempo was 170, and I actually did that. That music, it actually made me feel good. It made me understand that if I have the vibe. Because among plenty people in your music, as the outstanding song by Johnny Quay from Monrovia, it made me feel good.
What was the name of the song?
It was just a campaign song saying, thank you, Honorable Quay. Like I said, my guys were the one, I don't want to produce music.
Okay.
Yeah, and the song. And another thing that made me to understand that I have this gift of making beats is, okay, there was a time where CRC came on Facebook. He said he needed people from, producers from underground to send beat on his email. I reluctantly told that, and I think it was 6,000 person in that competition, and I actually came as number 1 at the time. But then, trying to get the CRC was not possible, so that better. My game, I was able to see him, but I also felt like maybe it was not my moment because I tried getting to him on Facebook. Yeah. So from that moment, I realized they posted me, and plus, like, I took the post and.
So his network's going again. So I got a few more questions before I go ahead and end the show. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. Thank you for the support. Thank you for
contacted me. Well, I try again.
Thank you all for the Rare Peace, support the Rare Peace show. If you're out there, you got a story to tell, if you want to tell it on the Rare Peace show, you're welcome. Just hit me up. Let me know what story you want to tell, and then how we can put it together and give it out to the world so people can hear your story. If you're a musician from Liberia, if you're watching Facebook or whatever you're watching from, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? We can make this happen. Put you out there to the world. Put you out there to the world so you can you can get on the world stage. You never know who's gonna be listening. You never know who's gonna be watching your music. So like I said, thank you. If you want to support the King of Sound, you know what I'm saying, I'll let you know how you can reach out to him. You can help him any way you want to help him on his journey to being one of the best producers in Liberia. And I feel he got the potential. Like he speak very eloquently, very knowledgeable about what he's doing. He take passion. He just don't pull music out because he want to pull music out. It takes time. His ear bug gotta be there. And so all right, we got a few more questions. So what legacy do you want King of Sound to leave behind? What legacy do you want King of Sound to leave behind?
The legacy is for people to be able to make music the right way, the kind of music that everybody can listen to from any angle. Your music, let's say religious people should be able to enjoy your music. It should not just be a music like it's for maybe the who. And in one music, everybody should be able to find themselves. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I want to see or leave behind. Have an establishment for the generation to come that after we gone, they can still have it as a blueprint they can use in their time too.
So where do you see yourself in? What do you see yourself in 5 years from now? What do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Now everything is gonna go because I can have friends, and then maybe I will say God don't want you to go in that direction, but I want to see myself as somebody as a good, I just say as a big artist, a successful artist that is also helping some upcoming artists who are having challenges like myself to have a platform where they can be able to, have their craft being going in the direction they need it. Shouldn't have the kind of struggle that I passed through. Not because I'm going through this, but be successful. I want everybody to go. Once I see that you're ready for business and you go what it takes, we help you out too. Because that's how I believe it's supposed to be. Everybody's supposed to suffer. Some people should be able to sacrifice for other people to live. Enjoy while going through the pain you went through. That's the kind of life I want to have, a legacy, to have people like I feel to help producers that are coming and suffering. I'm not helping them to help me back, but I just helping them understand that it was a struggle for me coming up. So I don't want people going that place. It's stressful where you really want your stuff to come out right, but you don't have the support. And then now everybody get a mind to think, even though we're not going to help everybody, but we'll help the people that deserve to be helped. But the truth is you might help the wrong people. But my desire is to help those that are want to be helped.
Most definitely, most definitely. So what does success really means to you? What does success really means to you?
Success is something I see that give joy to people that have this goal or achieving certain things. For example, if my desire is to be an artist known for my music should be a good sounding music. It should be able to communicate with almost everybody. So if my music is able to go in that direction, I believe it's success for me. I also believe if I can help other people to achieve their dream, it's also success for me, because through me, that person can be able to appreciate God. That's success from my end. That's real success to me. If I'm able to help another person achieve the goal, even though people can still help yourself, yeah, it's good. I can help myself and the people around me, and I'm benefiting, then I don't think I'm really successful. Like I said, we're not going to help everybody, but there are people that are around us that really deserve help. One of the worst things about humans is they always look for who they want to help. When our person let it down, they try to blame it on even those people who deserve their help. So my goal is to be able to help the right people so that they feel, happy in what they're doing. That's success to me. It's not just about the wealth, the status, and all of that. I believe if other people are happy, I'm successful. That's why I kind of a little bit bound on what I have to be able to see how I can be able to make the guys with me understand. I could have try to chase dream on the fast lane where I can be able to go to the artists that already made it, force myself in their space and give them beat. This is what I can do. But I just realized these people are already successful, right? So me hearing myself in that way will just make me less important in a sense. I'm not saying I don't want to work with them. I want to, but it should be done in a proper way. Maybe what kind of sound to do. To be able to shake the space where I'm in, to be able to make somebody understand, yeah, I would like to work with that guy, man. Where is he? Or how can I get to him? That is also success to me. My work speaking for me, something working for me. That's success. Yeah.
Most definitely. So how can Liberian artists build a stronger music industry?
The best way to do that is to be collaborative, for people to be able to follow the right channel, see people that are doing well in the world, see their plans. Don't direct copy that. Have your own plan, maybe in alignment with what they're doing that making them to be successful, and be disciplined with it. it consistent. It shouldn't be something that you will compromise on. Maybe if it's a big artist music, everybody waiting to go for it, but maybe somebody who just coming up and jealousy make people don't causing distraction for that person to not get attention. These are some of the things we need to get rid of. The jealousy in the game. Most times people getting jealous a lot. God blesses everybody with different, abilities. You can't be another person. Like I previously said, if I want to be royalty, then who else would be me? You understand? So give to me, with me. So if I deny me and want to be CIC or just, then me, I'm not grateful to God.
Right.
That's being unappreciated, and that is something that I believe God is against. Like I'm telling God, I not make me to be the kind of person I want to be.
Right, right, most definitely, most definitely. You're absolutely right with that. You're absolutely right. You got to be yourself. Even Ashton Speed said the same thing. He said in this game, whatever you want to do, you have to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? You'll be a streamer. You gotta be yourself. You gotta find what the view's not gonna be there yet because Ashton Speed. He had I think 2 or 3 years. He had about two people that watch his stuff faithfully.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And then one day it just blew up, and then now he got more followers than anything. You know what I'm saying? So when you find your unique self and you find something that you passionate about that you can work on, that represent you, I think it's better. But a lot of times if we don't get the view, if we don't get the follows, we kind of be discouraged and stuff like that instead of really putting the time and effort and being consistent with it. Because I can come here one day and then
Sure.
leave the next day and come back in after a month or two, then this thing that I'm gonna have a lot of people watching or following me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not giving it nothing to follow, like you said earlier. I'm not giving it nothing to listen to follow. So if I'm not giving it something that I have to stimulate that mind, that brain, and what I talk about, they're not gonna be interested in my content no more. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when you see me, I'm constant now. I'll put the new things out every day. It costs me sleep, but to really be successful, you have to sometimes say, hey, sleep, bro, sit in one place. I gotta do this right here. And when you're passionate about it to what you're talking about and what you're doing, it makes it different as well. So everything I put out, I'm very passionate about it. So all right. So do you think Liberia producers are respected enough in Liberia and around the world?
It's kind of difficult because I'm not with those that have like get into the space of being a hit producer. So I would say, one of the things is the struggle with Liberians loving their thing, loving it and supporting it to the fullest. People are not grateful to their own people. So it become a challenge for most of the producers. I believe producers are doing well here because this is a place where there's no school for music production. Most of the people that are here are just people that are just hardcore smart people. So they put their brain to work, go on YouTube, different platforms that can be able to give you information to understand what you're doing, and they go and get the information. I believe producers are not getting the real pay they deserve for the kind of work. For one producer will mix and master a track and they still get nothing. Yeah. Like in other countries, they get people who can produce the beat with a full song, prepare it and send it to another person for mixing and mastering, which the people pay a lot of money for. I believe they get artists then around here and the big artists, but when it comes to paying producer thing like bro, I don't think they really paying that. Maybe if somebody go Ghana and do music there, they charge them 500 for a track, they're willing to pay because maybe they're Ghanaians, but I think it's really working like royal because I'm not friendly with most of those hip producers, but I kind of in the space and understand with my own kind of low life, I'm having similar challenges where people who I expect to be able to believe in my craft, they just want to use me. And then when it comes to where I'm falling short and I need financial help, they be like, I'm not the one to get it. For example, I will kill myself to produce track for somebody. And what made me I started to realize I need to carry on the production thing like that. People you produce a full track for them, they stick it to another producer, they pay more money, or they want to do friendship team with you. So I just realized I can't keep sacrificing wisdom on the altar of kindness. I have to be myself because I want to be successful too. I'm trying to gather little I have so that we can be able to move forward. But people just want to use my energy and not for me to benefit. So it becomes a problem for producers. I believe it's happening to even people that have hit. People that are not getting the right pay, I believe. So I don't think they're really respected. Especially it can happen when you're working with the people who understand it. Though. People who know say they're supposed to pay you, you do the same work somebody did for them all that, but they don't pay. So I believe a Liberian producer are really being respected like that. Yeah, they don't get the kind of pay they're supposed to get for their craft. I really think it's that way. If somebody out there think they're getting money, that they come online and say, okay, I'm getting the rightful money I'm supposed to get. Do we have structure in place? But like I said, people don't value their thing outside. It's not real. I don't see it. They don't value what they have until they lose it. Mismanage people and everything. So until people get upset with them, yeah. The relationship will not end good. Maybe you will start with them and try to make them feel that we are one family, and their only goal is to just use you, not to help you. So in the end, you'll see maybe people who are a team will have to fall. They'll have to go their own separate ways because of that kind of thing.
Yeah, most definitely. I was always taught whatever you mismanage, you will lose.
Sure.
Doesn't matter what it is. If you mismanage it, you will lose it. So if you mismanage the finance, you will lose it. If you mismanage your girlfriend, your boyfriend, don't be surprised. You mismanage your career, your gift, you would. So and whatever you mismanage, you definitely will lose it. So if a big American artist call you today, what sound from Liberia will you introduce to the world?
It depends what the artist will bring. For example, if I was to work with Chris Brown, I know he's into a different type of music. Chris Brown is a very versatile artist. So whatever he's gonna bring is what gonna drive the inspiration from within me. I'm not gonna say I give him, but if he says I should give him beat, I'm gonna be creating something like R&B, EDM type of vibe, trap, hip hop, and also Afrobeat, which is also international now. So, and I can do almost like most of the beat I just listed. So I believe we'll be able to come up with something very important and catching, fascinating.
What is the biggest mistake young artists make when working with producers?
The biggest mistakes young artists make working with producers, I would say some of them don't respect their producers. That's one of the biggest mistake. Some of them don't respect the producer they're working with. For example, maybe somebody is actually an industry producer now, and you know very well that their boy or maybe their guy that is producing the music does not have what it takes to get their music sounding like that. Like I just talked from the previous time, I talked about knowledge. Somebody is rich in knowledge and rich in equipment, and your guy is poor in knowledge and poor in equipment. So you don't expect his sounds to sound like Mastercraft or somebody who is known as the nation biggest producer. You understand? That status. Somebody want poor equipment to be sounding like somebody who bought their stuff over 3,000 US plus. So artists would be their producers. Most of the underground artists, they'll be that John can do our song good. And Paul not working on our song good. I want to spoil our song. The devil, they see you do it, they know you're not ready to that level, but they expect their music to be sounding like those who pay and do everything for the music to sound right. They pay the person who has the right knowledge, the right equipment. So that disrespect, that's something I see even from my side. Other producers, people can't carry a body into the other guy. I'm making work. He spoke on the other day. The other person can't do this. So they get to get that kind of attention. So that's one of the biggest disrespect from upcoming artists. I don't know what a big artist they can do it too, because I don't work with big artists and that yet. So, but that's what I noticed. Because the thing is, everybody will not have the same abilities. Yeah, me, you can even be using the same app to edit photos, but we might not get the same result because my level of intuition on how I approach my editing photo is different from yours. Right. Maybe on editing my photo, I use Lightroom, and you're only let to keep it pure. Yeah, so when I get the same result,
Right.
Yeah, the angle you taking the picture from, and the same angle I taking mine from. Your approach, the approaches are different. So that's disrespect from upcoming artists. I see to producers them trying to discriminate. You know, somebody is better than you. Not trying to take into consideration just what I listed. Smartness, the knowledge, and equipment matters in music production. Because the thing has one principle that you need to have a balanced sound, and then you need to have the knowledge to get your music sounding that way. So if they see that the music not sounding that maybe genre music, they disrespect the producer. They don't even want to value the person. Except for those one who are maybe that the knowledge what I will not disrespect a producer because the person do my song and you're not sounding like the other person. Because I understand it, I know the pain, I know what it takes. Some of the producers in Liberia, they bang, they have knowledge. Others are just learning from YouTube and it's smart as taking them there.
So right now, this is the time. So right now, no studio, no equipment. Give me the sound of Liberia.
That should give you the sound.
Yeah. Just raw, no
Like
equipment, no studio, nothing. Just raw sound of Liberia, you think.
talk about freestyle stuff.
Yeah, anything. Freestyle beat, freestyle rap, freestyle singing, anything. The sound of Liberia. Let it put here what you got.
Except for now, I can barely play beat on my computer, but I know. I could play by my beat. If you want me to play in the background, I'm gonna stop sitting right.
Right, it's just acapella, you know. Just you go with no, just you making something up. Whatever in your head right now, you making that, you know, hitting the chair or the beat, something, just something raw, something without no, just something raw right now. Whatever you think in your head, you can.
You like, I know, like I like all this stuff. Like do it with my mouth.
Anything. I mean, like I said, you can use anything around you just to kind of see how you can kind of get that raw beat style. No, sometimes I think people like, you know, doing their hands and beat and stuff. You can even put it on the paper or go to the studio and put on the stuff. It's just something raw.
Okay, for example, if I was to do with my beat, because usually the sounds come as inspiration to us.
Right.
That's how I make beats sometimes. The sound the beat come in my head and I will use my phone and record it. So if I was to like get with my inspiration, you will find something like this. Like that, record that. That's where my sound in a sense. Yeah. So like I was saying, if you want play your beat, which is actually like where my type of beat from right here. So
Go ahead,
I can be able to pull my computer.
go ahead, play one of your beats. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm coming. So I'll play you by my beat first. Let's see what I did. This. All right. So this is like where my beat. So like that, that's where my sound.
Okay,
Hello?
okay, okay.
So you want
So chat. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about that sound. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. But that's LIB, baby. LIB all the way. All right. So you there?
I'm still here.
So do you think Liberian music is being overlooked, or are we not working hard enough as an industry?
No, for now, I would say like bro, is not being overlooked. Before, people not ready to pay attention to it, but for now, we having the attention. You will see on Facebook, librarians are actually getting the love it because you having different kinds of artists that are trying to bring different flavor to the table. Our people were used to listening to the outside music like the Ghanaians and the Nigerian music. So our guys to here try to say, okay, send your love it that way, we're gonna do it. Yeah, our colloquial, but sounding like that. So at least you can start loving it. So now people are getting to get glued to their own sound. We loving it. It's an amazing thing to see that people are supporting Liberian music. There are people that actually, they are die hard fan of Liberian music, and it's the number is getting out of every day. So I'm excited. It's not really being overlooked, I would say. People are trying to love it. It's being loved now.
Okay. So thank you for being on the Royal Peace Show. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Thank you for sharing your music. Thank you for sharing your experience. Thank you. One more last question before you go. When people hear your song, what do you want them to feel?
But I want them to feel joy. They should feel relief from maybe their pains. Because, like I said, if my beats should be able to, give people if they're listening to only the instrumental, and there's something I know about me that I know is this is a gift. Though I say I'm not a producer, but then when I kind of like find myself making beat, it gives people joy when I'm just playing beat. You understand? Find people, even people that are musicians, especially when they come around me when I'm playing beat, everybody won't do like that outside vibe. Everybody bringing their own vibe to the beat that make you feel so special. It make you want to do the unusual thing. And, I just want if I was to send beat, maybe just you supposed to pick something. I'm telling you, it's not brag. Those who know me know me. Those who have seen me in a space do stuff they know. So I believe every artist in Liberia was just the privilege to say, okay, I'm going to be the Teddy Bear, CIC, whoever that is here, the Prophet, SRO, King Dennis, the bigger guys, right? There will be a result from each of them. There will not be an artist that say, oh, I don't like. Maybe if I was just a century.
This network is second up again. Uh, Thank you, everybody, from TikTok to YouTube to Facebook. Thank you for tuning in to today's special uh, with the King of Sound from Liberia. If you are
Yourself.
artist and you're looking for a good producer to produce you for a good, amount that really will pay attention to your music, that really will pay attention to the sound, that really will challenge you to make some good music, not just put something out there. King of Sound is your guy. Making some good music makes a good thing. You got King of Sound, you got Kildin. Shout out to Kildin, shout out to Island Don, shout out to EY. Uh, so shout out to all these guys that want to make some good music, but like you said, the knowledge have to be in there. So you have to have that knowledge to be able to be in that space. A lot of times we want to be an artist, but we not very knowledgeable. We just want to do it because we want the fame, we want the recognition. You know what I'm saying? So But before we go, what would you like to tell the people that's watching uh, that watch later on? What would you like to tell them about you? You know, about everything you got going on. What would your message be to the people?
The best thing I'll be able to tell them is everybody that listening on the live. Firstly, I want to thank them for coming through for me. And the advice that I have for them is before you become a successful person in this life, you should be able to first identify who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, it's hard to really know what you want. You understand? Like we have experiences with our people where somebody will come and says, they ask the person, they say they're looking for a job. They say, what kind of job you can do? The person say, I can do anything. You show anything you can do. He say, yeah. I say, okay, but then say you come here today, say you can do any work, go in the bathroom and clean up the toilet, and the person start to get angry. So that means the person doesn't even know what they want in the first place. Once you do everything, then you can do nothing. So there should be some people can be able to define you by. Like, I have to focus on that. So it's identity before go. When you don't know who you are, you will never know who you want. So peace to you, be.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much
So,
for having me.
ladies and gentlemen, today you didn't just hear music. You hear the mind behind the sound, the journey, the struggle, the vision, the wisdom, uh, the understanding. This is what greatness sound like. So the King of Sound. If you want to support him, you know how to get to him. So go ahead and tell people how can they reach you? If they want to support you, want to reach you, how can they reach you?
Yeah, if you want to support me, I'm actually actively on Facebook for now, my YouTube page, and TikTok. I'm not too active with that yet because I still have a lot going on with my personal life. So Facebook is where I'm active now. So the way you find me on Facebook, like two names you can be able to search me on. Bobby's Son is the handle, is my Facebook account and my Facebook page, which I'm actually using my artist name, Kristofori, is where you can be search me also. The spelling is Kristofori. When you search, you just go to the page. The guy you see with the orange or red light jacket with the Mavic getting his me, you can be able to like hit me up and tell me anything. If it's help or support me, I'll be willing. So it's Bobby Stone. You can also contact me from there. But my official artist page is Kristofori. Where you can contact me. I'm an artist, not a producer, but that passion drives me now to be able to find myself in that place.
Most
Yeah.
definitely.
And I also feel like anybody from outside, so at least you be able to get to know what we can do with your work.
Most definitely. Most definitely. So you hear it here. You can catch me on Bobby's Son on Facebook. Kristofora. It's start a K. It's now with a C. So you can get to him there. If you can get through him there, you can get through him with me, Rare P, or he's one of his artists, Island Dime, or Kid Dean. You know what I'm saying? Artists we can get to them to get to him if you can get to him directly. So like I said, if you want to support, here you are here. So, any last word for the people before we close the show?
Uh, Hello?
Yeah, any last word for the close?
Yeah, I just want to thank and appreciate everyone that have been on the live watching. Keep supporting Liberian music. That is all we have. Entertainment wise, we can be able to make it more focused and support one another. Let's forget about the hate. Liberians should love one another. Not because now you in the space, it means you should better hate the person who is in the space. Life is time and your time will come. You want people to clap for you when the time comes. Clap for people that are winning now.
All right, you hear it here. So, all right, so thank you
Shout
for
out to you
joining
again,
me.
bro.
I
Shout out to
appreciate
you for
it.
having me.
I appreciate it. Pleasure is mine. Thank you for coming. Thank you for taking your time to come on the Rare P show. I appreciate it. Until next time, I'll catch you again later. So, all right, people, here you have it. I'm your boy, Dr. Rare P. It is the Rare P show. What pain become purpose. All right. You know the saying. health is the new goal, water is life. You know, we emphasize the importance of mental, physical, and spiritual well-being on this show. So your mental, your physical, your spiritual well-being have to be intact. So if I say you want to come on the Rare Peace Show, you know how to reach me. You want to tell your story, you know how it is. So, but thank you once again for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I appreciate the love. I appreciate everybody that watched, that will watch. I appreciate share, subscribe to all the channels. You know, FFHW TV on YouTube. Go ahead and follow my man Kristofori and Bobby's son, and all the other artists is Alan Don, Kildeen, and DY. All right, so thank you once again. Until next time, I appreciate the love. I appreciate everything, and I'm
Hip hop trap motivational sting. Tip hop trap motivational sting. Big scale over prayer trap snare roll saying 5 victory power hunger victim. I came from the bottom but I rise like a king. Heavy is the crown but I carry that thing. Purpose in my chest, fire when I speak. This is Royal P live. This is power every week. Double standards try to break me, but I flipped it to fuel. Turn pain into purpose, now I'm breaking all rules. Culture in my blood, leadership in my stride. When I talk that real talk, something wakes up inside. This is life, this is truth, this is love with a fight. This is grind, faith, culture, all in one light. Pressure made me better, mission made me rise. Now every show's purpose. Royal P live. Can't get if the crown. Purpose in my voice. Welcome to Royal P live. I came from the bottom. I roll with the crown. Purpose in my voice. Welcome to Royal P live. Like T8 ppm. Unsoccer full game ball care. Shot spare. This mask of foes. These